Assalamu alaikum. I'm Aimen Mushtaq, and I'm currently doing my bachelor's in psychology from International Islamic University, Islamabad. And I'm very delighted to present this research study on behalf of my group members, Khania Tariq, Iraj Ishfaq, Kulsum, and Sana Kawal. And this research study is actually a part of our final year project. And in this study, we explored the relationship of grit and personal growth initiative among the undergraduate students of Pakistan. And along with that, we investigated the role of self-concept and parental control in this relationship. Talking about these study variables, we chose 4 study variables for this study. The first one is the grit, which is the independent variable. Grit basically refers to the degree of persistence that a person shows in achieving his or her long-term goals, despite of all the difficulties or hurdles that he might be facing. The second variable is personal growth initiative, which is the dependent variable. And personal growth initiative refers to the active and intentional involvement of a person in their process of personal growth. It means that how much a person is involved or how much a person is engaged in improving their own selves across various areas of their life. The third variable is self-concept, which was taken as a mediator. It simply means that how a person views themselves or how a person sees themselves. Self-concept could be positive, it could be negative. Positive self-concept involves having positive feelings regarding one's own self, such as feelings of being worthy, capable, competent, whereas negative self-concept involves having negative attitude towards one's own self. The fourth variable is the parental control, which was taken as a moderator, and parental control encompasses the amount of supervision or control that parents have over the life of their children. After doing extensive literature review, we found certain research gaps, and we aimed to fill those research gaps through this study. First of all, we found that only a few studies were conducted on the relationship of grit and personal growth initiative, and none of these studies was conducted in Pakistan. Moreover, we found that the mediating mechanism of the mediating mechanism underlying the relation of grit and personal growth initiative was also not been explored yet. And also the relationship of self-concept and personal growth initiative was also not investigated in any of the study till date. So we tried to bridge all these gaps through the current study. The main objective of this study was to find the correlations between all of the study variables. Based on the literature review, we made certain hypotheses. The first one is that there is a positive correlation between grit, personal growth initiative, and self-concept. We also hypothesized that there is a negative correlation of parental control with grit, personal growth initiative, and self-concept. Moreover, grit is a predictor of a personal growth initiative. Along with that, it was hypothesized that self-concept would play a mediating role, whereas parental control would play a moderating role in the relation of grit and personal growth initiative. And lastly, females tend to have higher personal growth initiative as compared to the males. Here is the theoretical framework of this study. Grit is an independent variable, personal growth initiative is dependent variable, self-concept is a mediator, whereas parental control is the moderator. Now, talking about the sample of the study, a sample comprised of 400 undergraduate students, which were drawn from various universities of Pakistan. And among these 400 students, 200 were males and 200 were females. And all of the study participants fell into the age range of 17 to 25 years. And this sample was actually selected by using convenient sampling technique. Coming towards the results and discussion of this study, First of all, we found that grit and personal growth initiative have a positive correlation, which means that gritty individuals tend to be more involved in their own personal growth as compared to the less gritty individuals. And regression analysis revealed that grit accounts for 15% of variance in personal growth initiative, which means that grit is a significant predictor of personal growth initiative. Along with that, we found that grit and self-concept have a positive correlation, which means that gritty individuals have more positive attitudes and feelings towards their own selves, whereas less gritty individuals tend to have negative self-concepts. Self-concept also showed a positive correlation with personal growth initiative. Moreover, we found that parental control and personal growth initiative have a negative correlation. The controlling parents basically do not grant autonomy to their children, due to which their children become dependent on their parents, and therefore they are less likely to take initiative of making personal changes. We hypothesized that parental control and grit will be having a negative correlation. However, the results of the study revealed that both of these variables had a positive correlation, which implied that the parents who have a higher supervision or control over their children are more grittier as compared to those children whose parents are less controlling. Again, contrary to the hypothesized correlation, it was found that parental control and self-concept had a positive correlation. Moderation analysis was also conducted, which revealed that parental control does not moderate the correlation of grit and personal growth initiative. And along with that, mediation analysis revealed that self-concept played a mediating role in the relationship between grit and personal growth initiative. It was also revealed that females were slightly higher on personal growth initiative as compared to their male counterparts. Now, coming towards the limitations and suggestions, the current study had certain limitations which need to be addressed in the future research. First of all, the generalizability of the research findings is limited. It is because our study sample only comprised of undergraduate students, excluding college students and students from school, and it only had age range of 17 to 25 years. So the result findings cannot be generalized to other age groups. Moreover, the use of non-probability sampling technique rose a risk of selection bias. And lastly, since this study is a correlational study, so the cause and effect relationship between the study variables could not be seen. If we talk about the implications of the study, since our study revealed that the grit is a significant predictor of personal growth initiative, so it means that people can be motivated to engage in their own personal growth and their self-improvement if their grit level is enhanced. Therefore, programs should be introduced to enhance the grit level of the students, so that they could work on themselves and they could improve themselves even more. Moreover, the current study revealed that parental control can have certain positive outcomes if it is exercised within a moderate range. Parental control can be associated with the positive outcomes like enhancing the grit level of the children and fostering a positive self-concept in them. So therefore, programs should be introduced for teaching parents that how can they balance personal warmth and parental warmth and parental control that they are directing towards their children, so that their children can have an optimal development. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.